Hi guys, today I'm reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid No-Brainer Part 2 from page 17 to 30. Okay. Friday. Principal Bottoms has only been in charge for a few days, but he's already made some big changes. And any class that doesn't teach stuff that's on the standardized test has been cut. Which kind of stinks because we had just started the brownie baking unit in our home ec class. Sniff. Close the door. Things have gotten a lot more serious in the classes that weren't cut, like science. Mr. Ask isn't teaching about body smells and things like that anymore. But that doesn't mean the stuff we're learning isn't gross. Because this week he announced we were starting a dissection unit on tapeworms. Luckily, there weren't enough tapeworms to go around. So me and my partner, Tyler Gary, had to work with some noodles from the cafeteria instead. Tyler takes this science stuff pretty seriously, though, and you'd never think he was operating on leftover pasta. Scalpel! I guess maybe Tyler will grow up to be a surgeon one day, but I hope I don't end up on his operating table, because I'll know exactly where he got his education. Greg Heffley? Yeah! Everybody thinks learning science is great, but they never talk about the flip side of things. I've seen a bunch of movies where a scientist loses their mind and tries to take over the world, but you never see any movies where the villain is a mad zookeeper or a mad gardener. So when it comes to science, I think the less you know, the better, because I don't need to be the guy who messes around and accidentally opens up a portal to the demon room. Scream! Look at the demon. It's nighttime too. Tyler Gary says that if we ever get to operate on real tapeworms, he's gonna try to bring one back to life by hooking it up to electrode. And this is exactly the type of thing I am worried about. If you ask me, you shouldn't go screwing around trying to bring the dead back to life. On top of it, just being wrong, it could also be pretty awkward. I feel bad I never sent my great aunt Reba a thank you card for the birthday money she gave me a few years ago, so I don't know what I would say to her if she was back in the picture all of a sudden. Sorry, I couldn't find stamps. Hiss! When I'm gone, I hope my family doesn't try to bring me back to life. Because if coming back means having to babysit my great-great-great-grandkid, I'd rather everyone just let me rest in peace. We'll be back after the movie. But I probably shouldn't worry about someone in my class making a big scientific breakthrough, because you need the proper equipment for that sort of thing, and my school can't even afford to give everyone the right kind of protective eyewear, so people have been bringing their own gear from home. The science lab isn't the only place in our school that doesn't have the proper equipment, though. Half the laptops in the computer center have missing letters on their keyboard, and last week I got a bad grade on a history paper when I had to use a computer that was missing all the vowels. F. The area of the school where we're shortest on materials is the library, because a lot of the shelves are empty, but it wasn't always like that. Back in September, we got a new librarian named Miss Macy, who created a graphic novel section and filled it with books, and she paid for with her own money. The most popular books were from the series called Commando Crocodile, and no matter how many copies she bought, Miss Macy couldn't keep them on the shelf. If you wanted to check out a copy, you had to put your name on a list that was a mile long. Commando Crocodile, Full Swing, Commando Crocodile, Tunnel Vision. But I guess some parent had a problem with the way Commando Crocodile was drawn, so they filled out a complaint form. Library Book Challenge form. Name of book: Commando Crocodile, Tunnel Vision. Author: Maddie Shub. Reason for challenge: Crocodile is not wearing pants. Apparently, the rule is that if one parent complains about a book, it has to be removed from the library. But Miss Macy came up with a compromise to keep the series on the shelves. She used a marker to draw pants on Commando Crocodile, and that seemed to satisfy the parent who made a stink about it. Cricky, this bloke just won't quit. I got a bone to pick with your mate, Kronk. It's getting a little chockers in here. But then a new problem cropped up. Some kids had their own uncensored copies of Commander Crocodile at home, and they brought them to school. And when Principal Bottoms found out about it, he confiscated their copies. So then the school started checking our bags for Commander Crocodile books at the beginning of the day, which added 15 minutes to get through the doors. But kids are smart, and some of them figured out ways to sneak the books into school anyway. It turns out the complaints are contagious because some parents suddenly noticed that there were a bunch of books in the library that had animals without any clothes. So then Miss Macy had to spend her time dealing with that issue. Eventually, Miss Macy gave up and put all the books that were challenged in a back room. And if you wanted to read them, you had to get a permission slip from a parent. After a while, there were more books in the banned sections in the main library. So the school had to write to all the parents and ask them to donate books from home. But that just gave everyone an excuse to unload all the books they didn't want. Teacher cat sign language, South County phone book, refrigerator, operating manual, fabulous fungi. If you ask me, I think the whole book banning thing backfired. A lot of people donated romance novels and the stuff in them that is a lot more inappropriate than anything in Commander Crocodile. Winds of Desire. My mom says those types of books aren't real literature, but I figure as long as a person is reading, it's a good thing. Okay, I'll start reading from page 30 next time. Please do join me on the next part of this read aloud for the Diary of a Wimpy Kid Read Aloud. Bye. See you next time.